episode might have been the best episode of this season so far. Oh my gosh, like, we actually had stuff going on all the time instead of it being kind of like drag you along, drag you along, drag you along. Because there's points where it was like they were dragging along Hannah's stuff, but it was like, okay, but it was resolved by the end of the episode, kind of, and it threw me for a loop, and I don't know how to breathe anymore because, oh my gosh, I did not see that coming. I thought, okay, when Hannah was building up her lies with Mona and them helping each other out, I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna like record Hannah and turn her in and whatnot, and that's why I thought Mona was gonna be at the, she was at the police station, and I was like, whose shoes are those? Whose shoes are those? Whose shoes are those? But then Mona freaking turns herself in, and I was just like, did not see that one coming. I was gonna, tweet, hey, yeah, I saw that one coming as far as her turning in Hannah. Did not happen. And then it's just like, the writers of this show just got themselves in the right place, the right time. Good writing, back on my good graces, things like that. Because for a while, for the past like 7 episodes, it was kind of like, okay, we're just gonna circle around and circle around and circle around, and I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? But still, you're like, what is going on? But you're like, okay, so Mona didn't have, anything bad going on for Hannah. It was all good, and I was glad that there were some guys who were protective in this episode, because these girls, I swear, girls are not stupid. Girls are not stupid. They're smart. The girls in this this whole series are smart. There's really a lot of smart women, but I'm glad when a guy swoops in, literally and figuratively and whatnot, and is like, hey, let me help you. Whether it be to stop, like Caleb did, like stopping Hannah, and then you've got Ezra Fitz, who was like, girl, Emily, you need to get your stuff together, and also, if that stuff is happening again, like A stuff from the beginning of everything, let somebody know. And I was glad that Fitz was there to be kind of like that, not voice of authority or anything like that, but just be like, hey, make sure that you're safe before you keep along this same old road where you just kind of beat down yourself, because Emily's been beating down herself this whole season, probably even, before this, but I was just glad that he was like, hey, figure some stuff out, and you're good at stuff. You're good at stuff. And, oh my gosh, that's when Rumor Willis walks up into the scene and is like, hey, I'm Zoe, and I did awesome things and whatnot. And I love Rumor Willis. She's pretty. It's just good stuff. You got Bruce Willis's daughter. She's gonna be awesome. But, yeah, I hope she's in the show more. I don't know if that was just kind of like, hey, here's this character, okay, bye, or if they were like, hey, maybe we'll see her again. I'm not sure, because that would be awesome to see her again. I needed to take a break. I was running a million miles an hour. What else is there to talk about? We've got Emily, we've got Hannah, Aria. Let's get to Aria. That dress. Oh my gosh, that dress tonight was awesome. Her whole thing with Mike, oh my gosh, Mike, what are you doing with your life? Like, honestly, I was like, the point of martial arts is not to hurt other people, it's to defend yourself, and he wasn't being straightforward with her, even though he should be, because, he's trying to protect her, but it's like, if you're gonna protect her, you might as well be straightforward, because we learned from the past that you can't protect people by lying to them. But he does anyways, and then she goes and asks Karate Dude, what's up? And I'm kind of glad she did, because that led to some other things, and a plug for Insidious 2, which looks like a good movie, sure. But it was just like, oh, I saw the first one twice, and da-da-da-da, and it was just so, oh my gosh. It was such a plug that it was like, oh, you guys are crazy. Gotta love Pretty Little Liars. But I'm happy for her moving on and things, hopefully. Even though I know I said last time, I was like, yeah, Fitz and, Ezra, blah 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 stuff. I'm just like, I'm ready for her to do something good for herself, and, for a lot of these characters to do something for themselves for once, because I feel like a lot of times they're, trying to protect other people, and it's like, just do something that is good for you. Which I know Ezra is probably good for her, but, Jake Rhea, whatever you want to call it, just as good. especially since he's willing to just drop everything, which apparently is just sitting home looking fantabulous, to help her find Mike or whatever it is that Mike is doing, because, I don't know. I just hope that he's just trying to be cool with people and not try to hurt. Well, he's not trying to hurt anybody, but, you know, if he needs to defend himself, he's gonna defend himself, you know, that kind of thing. What else is there? We've talked about everything. Oh my gosh, Pam Fields. Mama Fields made me cry. Made me cry tonight. I don't know necessarily. I think it's because she lost her job and all this crazy mess is going on, and you just crack. You just crack like an egg. And so she finally had her crack moment, and crack moment. What? Anyways. So I was just like, oh, Mama Fields. Mama Fields. Also, in the episode, dudes drilling up into the Hastings living room. You could tell it was that way. I don't even want to mention Spencer's storyline because it was just so like blah. Because it was just kind of like, hey, let's go talk to Eddie. Meh. I mean, that's important, but it's like, that's not gonna help anybody. But yeah, that's what I thought about tonight's episode. Yay! Hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you tell me below what you thought about this episode, and see you later, and see you next week.